Hello and welcome to a new thing. We're gonna play some Dark Souls. We're gonna play a lore playthrough of Dark Souls where I'm more or less gonna explain the story and how it goes. And you might be thinking right now, dude, the second Dark Souls has just come out. What the heck are you doing here? I know, I played the second Dark Souls on my PS3 and I cannot record it on my PS3. Even if I could record it, I wouldn't record it because I would rather wait for the PC version. And in the meanwhile, I decided why not do some sort of playthrough of Dark Souls for you guys on YouTube. Discuss a bit about the lore of Dark Souls. One specifically. I'm gonna put an emphasis here. No spoilers about Dark Souls 2 here. No spoilers, I promise. And if there is someone in the comment section that decides to be a clever bastard and spoil it for the people that haven't played it yet because they're waiting for the PC version, just as I am, please keep your comments to yourself, and if not, I'm gonna remove them, simply put. Anyway, let's get started here, shall we? For purposes of copyright issues, I'm going to have to skip the intro cinematic, but you can check it out on YouTube. I'm probably gonna link a video about it in the comment section, so you can see it. And we're gonna create a character right about now. I have more or less an idea of what we're gonna play as. We're gonna call the character The Chosen. I'm playing with DS Fix, by the way, with standard settings. I haven't messed up with the settings because I have no idea how it would mess up my game, so I was like, no. We're gonna go with a bandit. A reason why I go with a bandit, because for the thing that I more or less want to do is the best choice, the best course of action. Now, bandits start with a big weapon that does a lot of damage, start with a great shield that doesn't weigh a lot, and with a great light armor that doesn't weigh at all. Our gift is going to be, however, the old witch's ring. Reason being, for lore purposes. Our physique is gonna be average, our face is gonna be not a commoner but a delta farmer. We're a farmer, we're gonna be shaved, I suppose. Black hair, it's not like it matters when you have no hair! And our feature is gonna be a bit weaker and more feminine, because we are a gentle lady. No, we're actually a gentleman. Anyway, I think this is all that needs to be done. Let's get started here, shall we? Yes.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
And so it begins. Our chosen adventure begins. Now, I named my character The Chosen simply because this is the role of the protagonist of the first game. We get a key, which actually has an interesting description here. Key to the dungeon of the Undead Asylum to the north. A mysterious knight, without saying a word, shoved a corpse down into the cell. Why not a simple key? I have no idea. And on its person was this key. Who was this knight, and what was his purpose? There may be no answers, but one must still forge ahead. So basically, I'm possibly led to believe that From wanted to leave this as a clue that he is going to have a smaller role in the game, because they had to remove him. Because they were probably constricted by time or something. There's actually a bigger story and plot to him, but it's not in the game. It is in the game files, but not in the game. You can check a lore video from Vati, If you're into the Dark Souls community on YouTube, You should check his content, it's fantastic. If you don't know him and you're seeing this video, that is, you probably know him. Let's be honest, most people know him. What is that thing over there? Hey, sunshine, wanna hang out? I'm talking about through the window there. Look at him. That is the Undead Asylum, possibly positioned here by whoever designed the Undead Asylum. Did I call him the Undead Asylum? There's an asylum demon, sorry. He was possibly positioned there so that it is a final test for the possible candidates of being a chosen undead. We're not gonna light that bonfire. Fuck that bonfire. We're gonna take this shield and we'll have to remove my gloves, I believe. Roll! That was a jump roll. It could have been risky, but I cannot really interrupt a jumping animation without a shield, that is. We're gonna arm ourselves with our battle axe and shield ourselves with our shield. And we should be still fast rolling, which is awesome! We might be fat rolling one day, but this is not the day. Oh, I fucked that up. Usually if you run in perfectly, you can actually stab, stab, stab and see you later, man. And I failed there, sorry. Anyway, there shouldn't be too many issues here. We're gonna trigger this ball trap. If you stay on the far edge of the stairs, that ball trap is not going to hit you. Now, the Undead Asylum has been built by the followers of, well...
You're no hollow.
No, I'm not.
I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I are both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Okay, let's hear you.
I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit.
Torch lit.
There's an old saying in my family: thou who art undead art chosen. In thine exodus from the Undead Asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
Alright.
Oh, and this.
Undead Asylum F2 East key.
Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now. And thank you.
You're welcome. That guy is Oscar. Or rather, was supposed to be Oscar. He's no longer Oscar. He's just an unnamed knight right now. I was talking about, discussing about who built this place. This place was built by the followers of the minister, Lloyd, the old father of gods, possibly uncle to Gwyn. Lord of Sunlight, of course. So, quite an important person, possibly the overgod, the head god figure, I don't know for sure. But, you know, the Way of White is actually the covenant that worships and follows him in his footsteps, I guess. And we're gonna slowly kill these guys, these gents, and we're going to stabbity stab stab this archer. Well, it wasn't really a stabbity stab stab, but it was still 2 slashes in his back, so I guess that could still be a stabbity stab stab. Nope, I messed that up. Sorry. Let's try again. I didn't that one time. Now, one of the positives of this axe is that it actually has 2 attacks per stab and per critical condition, like per stab or per riposte. Which basically, if you have an element on the weapon, it will add damage to both of those. But right now, this is neither here nor there. We're gonna fight this bro with a cinematic roll off the balcony. He, the Undead Asylum, might not have been positioned here by the followers of the Old Father, or the Minister Lloyd. This is because the chosen undead prophecy isn't his. And we're gonna discover about that a bit later. Suffice to say that Lloyd isn't really related to that. And if you don't understand why I call him a minister, well, You should probably check out some of the other games I play. But for the second purpose, I'm gonna call him Minister. Even if he's the old father. Old father lied! Go to the left. So yeah, it's possible that this was placed by whoever designed the Undead Asylum prophecy, the prophecy of the Undead Chosen, rather. We can see it here, the big pilgrim's key. Key to the inner door of the Undead Asylum main hall. Big key belonging to a chosen undead pilgrim. So there might be more of these keys. There might be more, because time is distorted, worlds are distorted. Everyone shapes their own fate, you know. There is infinite paths. But this chosen undead knows not what the pilgrimage has in store. So Oscar warned us that we're going to the ancient land of lords and we should ring both bells, or rather, the bell of awakening. He doesn't say there are two, but there are two. We're gonna discover that as we go on.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
And so it shall be. I never grow tired of seeing this part, this clip, this cinematic, if you want. It's so beautiful. It really is. Like, the scenery of this game is fantastic. And BAM! Welcome to Firelink Shrine, the hub. The hub to this game, where basically all plot gets started. In Lauron, level up and kindle at bonfires. We see gentlemen with, or rather, hello lady. We see a lady with no pants at all. So that's a thing. Yes, thanks, I know. We're gonna rest at the bonfire and we're gonna level up some abilities, shall we? Now, the abilities that I seek to level up is a bunch of strength and a bunch of dexterity. That is all that I really need for a particular weapon that I'm gonna use. We're gonna talk to this gentleman right over here.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no celebration here. You'd have done better to rot in the Undead Asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, two bells of awakening. One's up above in the Undead Church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
So Crestfallen Warrior is actually a reference to the previous Soul game, that is Demon's Souls. There was a Crestfallen Warrior that had a similar role to guide you at the start of the game. This one might have been a undead, chosen undead too, possibly also not knowing what for. But he at least got as far as to know that there are actually two bells of awakening, as we said. One is up above, and one down below. What else are you gonna tell me, man?
Ah, your face. You're practically hollow.
Technically not.
Going hollow could solve quite a bit.
Technically we're not hollowed yet, we are hollowing. That is actually a common mistake of people. We're not hollowed. If we were hollowed, we would be mindless as most of the enemies we fight off, but we're not. We're not.
But restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collect it bit by bit from the corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity. He's only human, after all.
So basically he's telling us the ways of how to restore our humanity. We could either use humanity, which is an item that we can get right over here. Free humanity, by the way, at the start of the release in the console version. There was only one, I believe, there, but they probably put more so that you can go on in online mode for longer. The other two ways is to get summoned by a cleric. I suppose that would mean like, you know, getting help in co-op, engaging jolly cooperation. And the last one is to invade our worlds. We can do only one right at the start, really, and that is invading the worlds through an item that we can get in a hidden cache spot. Got it, buddy, Mister here. Hello, fatty. How quaint I call him fatty when I'm fat myself, but whatever, that's not the purpose of the game here, right? I'm not gonna loot all of this place simply because it would be feeling like too much power playing. Sorry for that monitor shake. Some of these corridors are just like that. We're gonna loot this. Homeward Bones. They allow us to teleport back to the last rested bonfire. We have the Morning Star and a talisman, which we're gonna use actually, so that's great news. And we have cracked red eye orbs, which we can actually read its description. On live play item, invade another world. Hollows cannot use this item. Defeat the master of the world you have invaded to acquire humanity. The cracked red eye orb allows players to temporarily imitate this ability normally limited to the dark graves of Cath. Interesting that this cache is held by that one man and he knows about the dark graves. One of the reasons why a city fell, but we're gonna discover about that later on. And bonfires are fueled by bones of the undead, in rare cases the strong urge of their previous owners to seek bonfires enchants their bones with a homeward instinct. So basically this is probably a bone of an undead taken from a bonfire, and the bone is like, I wanna go home! And when you're like, sure, let's go home, the bone goes like, yay! To put it lightly. And Lloyd's talisman, so we hear the name of Lloyd now. Talisman used by Old Father Lloyd's cleric knight to hunt down the undead, so they are undead hunters. Blocks Estus recovery within a limited area, Estus being an item used only by undead. In the outside world, the undead are accursed creatures and Lloyd's cleric's knights are widely praised for their undead hunts. This blessed talisman blocks undead recovery, allowing the knights to fight with impunity. Estus Flask is basically the bonfire's flame in a flask. You drink fire. Interestingly enough, this basically means that you're drinking fire from the world. The light of the world is being drunk, so you're creating more darkness every time you consume that one item. Now we're gonna get the heck out of the cemetery, not because I'm scared of it, but I really don't want to loot whatever is in there quite yet. So no, we're not using the Zweihander. No, we're not. I'm gonna rest shortly at the bonfire because we lost a tiny little bit of health with all those drops. We're gonna talk to this chum again.
What are you looking at? Don't try anything clever. You might regret it.
Yep. So he's essentially saying, don't you attack me, you fool, or otherwise I'm gonna attack you back. Just because I'm a crestfallen, lazy asshole doesn't mean that I cannot attack, you know? And he indeed is saying the truth. What? Wasn't expecting that kind of a jump attack. Come on. Try me again. There we go. See you later. I probably won't go on reposting everyone in the games, because simply it's a bit slower than just attacking people. But let us go to the Undead Burg, the first area of the game. And, oh, I fucked that up again. No! You're a bad man. I don't want to talk about that. Okay, let's reset here. We're back into Dark Souls 1, Lauron. No, you cannot use the tactics that you use in Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 1. Okay, got it, let's go! That was a team theme. I shouldn't do that again. Come down. There we go. And now you, Act 2 the Revenge. Come on. There we go. Done did it. I'm gonna ow. That apparently is a thing now. We're gonna jump here. Good thing I didn't mess up the jump button. Spoilers. Ring of Sacrifice basically allows you to not lose anything upon death. Too bad I died already, but I didn't lose anything either because... stuff. This guy gently comes here and decides to toss a firebomb every single time. If you're quick enough, you're not gonna get hit and you can stab him. If you're not quick enough, you should probably wait on the other side until he tosses one, then you jump over, and then you can kick him off the ledge. Which is always cinematic. Oh, I messed that up. Oh, I'm messing up all the friggin' riposte, guys. Or rather the parries before the riposte. The riposte is the action where you attack after the parry. I'm bad. But I try, guys, I really do. I promise you I'll try to be better as we go on and on. Usually, actually, I mess up the hollows more than I mess up the other stronger enemies with bigger weapons, simply because they are much more unpredictable and they don't use the pattern. Ow. No! You're not gonna poison me! Oh, he's gonna poison me. Oh my god. Whew. Excitement. Oh god. Sorry, I'm recovering from a slight allergy. So I'm not at my best. No, that is not my excuse for sucking at this game, guys. I promise you. Okay, I can't riposte for shit. Thing has been discovered. Stop coughing while playing! I have to take a short break after these 2 kills. 1 second. Ooh. Holy dogs, I started coughing really hard there. Sorry about that. Let's just say that sometimes the need of stopping and taking a sip of a drink... No, let me go behind you and kill you. No, you're not. Fine. Then I will kill you within a very unorthodox way of not stabbing you. But yeah. Jesus Christ, my voice. Let's just say that allergy is keeping me from commenting normally. That is why actually after finishing Dark Souls 2 I haven't returned to making videos because I was ill. But I decided to do this anyway because I'm excited for this series. Kind of am excited. You're not... Ow. Okay. You're not going to trouble me. But as I said, these guys actually have very sporadic movements with their weapons and it might become a bit hard to parry them. Most of the times it's stupid to even try because they can die in 1 to 2 hits, most of the cases. So you shouldn't do this. You're a bad person for trying that. Now what can be said about the Burg? Nothing much really. It has been built as a city of the undead, or rather a city of the living turned into undead, I suppose. It could be like to prevent anyone from accessing the city of gods. It could be like a place, the first place of worship to the city of God, and Orlando. Which we will be actually able to see its walls really soon. Rather soon anyway. In this episode for sure. We're gonna pillage some rubbish. It's nice, it's soft, but it's useless. That's all you need to know. Why is rubbish nice? I have no clue. But Orlando is basically where we're looking at, up there someplace. The walls of this game sometimes confuse me. By the way, if you know anything about this game, you know what that down there is. We're not gonna spoil anything right now. What we're gonna focus on is trying to reach a bonfire alive and finish this episode before too long. By the way, you can actually take a false shortcut down to lower Undead Burg by making a jump off these stairs right over here. But it's not really useful for new players, so please don't do it. If you're new to the game, don't do it. If you're very new to the game, God forbid, don't watch these videos. You don't want to get the game spoiled now, do you? Go experience it by yourself, for Christ's sake. And if you already spoiled yourself the game, then sure, hang out. We're gonna talk about cool things. The lore is always nice. I nerd all over the floor when there is lore in the game discussed. Anyway, the best way to deal with this bastards here is basically to drag them one by one outside of that crossbowman's range. Down here, down the stairs here is just good. And we're gonna talk to a NPC very soon, which is going to tell us a bit about that thing that just flew off, and I didn't even mention it because I'm casually playing this game. I'm telling you, this game is a casual game. It is hard, but it is very casual. Like, you don't have to think at all to beat it. I'm telling you. There isn't much to be thought about. There isn't much reading to be done. If you're lucky, if you know how to explore, if you know where you didn't explore yet, and I'm bad at doing even the simplest of parries. Keeping in mind that the spearmen here are the simplest enemies to parry in the game. So we're gonna kick him. We're gonna fail to stab him. Oh god. Dude, seriously. There we go. Iframes! This is what I call invincibility frames. Oh. Had some lag there. I apologize I missed that one, but I had some lag there in my defense. I'm not that bad normally. Promised. Anyway, we're gonna meet our NPC friend here. Hello.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you. Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
He's quite crazy. He's not fully hollowed yet. But as you can see by his appearance, he's quite going there. Let us talk to him, shall we?
Things are getting treacherous in these parts.
Oh, really?
A horrible goat demon has moved in below. And up above, there's that humongous drake and a bull demon too. If you stick around this place, it might end up being your grave. Here, I'm not here to chit-chat. We talk business, or we talk nothing at all.
Alright, we'll do that. I'm gonna buy off of you this residence key, which opens up residences in the Undead Burg, and we're gonna leave.
Thank you kindly.
Now, he says so. He says so. A goat demon down below, and a bull demon, and a drake up above. Meaning that that is no dragon, that is a drake. This is the first proof you need that that is a drake. The second proof you need is that it doesn't have 2 front arms. The third proof is that it doesn't have 4 wings like most dragons do, save 1. It is a friggin' drake! Stop denying that it's a dragon! Stop saying that it's a dragon, it's not a dragon, it's a drake! Ow. Oh god, this guy's. Every single time. 69 damage. Oh yeah. Might have been an indirect hit though. Yeah, definitely was an indirect hit. That is possibly, it was a semi-indirect hit and a very, very close to direct hit. Let's just say that axes work like this. Most weapons do. I think straight swords do too, just that is not very, very well visible with straight swords. But you can mostly see it with swing weapons like axes and stuff like that. One-bladed swing weapons, that is. Hoo! Let's do this jump. Let's try to loot everything possible. I know that I haven't looted everything in Firelink, but I'm looting everything here. What's the meaning of this, Lauron? All I'm saying is, I like that crossbow. Alright, so we shall proceed now to the bonfire that we actually have seen, but we haven't rested at, and we're gonna proceed on to the closest and next boss of the area, which we should reach in about 10 minutes tops, and then we're gonna pause the game. Before we do this, there is actually an interesting item that many fail to see the description and looks. Let's check it out, shall we? It should be right over here. There we go. Wooden shield, vertically elongated wooden shield. I can't read. Decorated with a white dragon. Wood shields are lighter than metal shields, but with lower physical damage reduction and reduced shield stability. Let's wear this shield one moment, shall we? A white dragon, they say. Interestingly enough, this dragon has more wings. And not only that, it doesn't have legs. It has tails, or one tail specifically. But it seemingly doesn't have legs. Rings a bell? Does it ring a bell? For me it does. For me it certainly does. It is a very, very lovely, interesting item, to be honest. And it looks really cool. Sadly, it is a very useless shield. We're gonna rest at the bonfire. I don't think I can level up quite yet. I think I need about 800 souls. No, I'm not quite, but I'm lacking 30 souls. We're gonna level up, I guess, after the boss. Now, of course, resting at the bonfire means essentially enemies respawn, but it's not really a problem because we can kill them quite easily. That guy might follow me, so I'm gonna wait for him to follow me here and murder his sorry ass before he does so when I get into the next room here, or rather the next area. This room is filled up with 2 battle axe guys, and in comes a soldier. The battle axe guys are really easy to kill. The soldier alone stands no chance. So try to, you know, swiftly kill the first 2 before this guy opens up this door. If you are unsure about your situation next time, because this door is open and therefore the guy is gonna need less time, just close it! The door is gonna close with yourself. But by yourself you're gonna close the door and therefore you're gonna delay the arrival of that guy. So basically you're using up your game if you fail at some point. Anyway, we're killing guys, we're entering rooms, and by the way, if you check here, you'll see that there is actually a certain lack of walls. For those that say that this game doesn't have many, it does. You just need to know where to look. Alright, this is a free group guy. One is a battle axe guy, one is a broken sword guy, and one is a firebomb tossing guy. If you can deal with these 2 guys on the stairs, this last one shouldn't be a problem to deal with. Bam and bam, gone forever. We can now go up this ladder and deal with the other 3 guys. Oh, that was stupid of me. I'm alive. I'm alive! Pfft. Don't do the running attack, silly man, or you might regret it. I'll try to, daddy. Okay, let's deal with these 2 other guys. Where is the last one? I see only one. Where is the last one? Let me guess. He jumped down. The dog jumped down, didn't he? We're gonna get some Soul of a Lost Undead. And what is that? Oh, it's some loot. Might as well check it out later, right? Now, with the residence key, we can actually open this door. I have no master key, so I cannot open it normally. That's why I bought it. Other than for story purposes, maybe. Maybe. Open up this chest, get some gold pine resin, which basically imbues your weapon with power of lightning. I believe it does lose some scaling. Like, my weapon is currently a strength-ish kind of weapon. It is rather a quality weapon, because it has scaling in both abilities, but it is more towards strength. Okay, you don't want to attack me, I'll attack you then. See you later. Alright, so we get a whole soldier helmet, which we're not gonna use simply because I don't really need it. If I wanted to look like Darth Vader, sure, I could use that, but I'm not, so... I could be parrying him, but instead I'm just gonna miss horribly at doing the thing I should be doing. There we go. Taking care of him. Whole soldier waistcloth. Not bad. We can now look like a pretty dressed person. And down here is our first powerful foe, really. A Black Knight. Yes, black references. Yes, racist, whatever. Let's try to sneak up to him and stab him. I fail most of the times for some reason. This time I succeeded! Haha! So we get our 100 health advantage. I'm bad. I don't see, that's the problem. If I can't see, how can I riposte him? I'm bad. Okay, let's make him do another attack. Not that attack, please. That's a scary attack. Do an attack so that... Oh god. I want to drink an Estus before I riposte you. I know how to riposte this guy, I'm just... Oh god! That was nullified. Okay, listen. Trying to be a friend here. Come meet me in this arena. There we go. Let's concentrate. Oh, come on! That was the easiest attack to parry! Lauron. Lauron, concentrate. I'm not concentrating. I'm definitely not concentrating. Okay, enough of this shit. Ow. Oh god, I didn't stab him. Okay, I'm bad. Let's try this again. Act 2, bitches! Thank you, God! Essentially, the move speed of that sword is very similar to another sword that you have to practice a lot if you want to kill that person an easy way. For those that have played the game or know about the game, they will know what I'm talking about. For those that don't know about that, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Let's just say it is kind of very, very late in the game. You know who I'm talking about, guys. That guy. So yeah, the Black Knight sword is very, very similar to that moveset. So it is easy to parry, you just have to get into the mojo, into the parry mojo. The parry train, I guess, the Katy Perry. We got some items. We might check them out, shall we? I'm gonna remove some of this nonsense here. First and foremost, we got our ring, which we're gonna wield, simply because we lack anything better. Tearstone, blue Tearstone ring. The rare gem called Tearstone has the uncanny ability to sense imminent death. This blue Tearstone from Katarina boosts the defense of its wearer when in danger. So essentially, once you're below 20% health, it gives you like double defense rate or something like that. It is quite ridiculous, but at that point, you're pretty goddamn dead anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Sometimes early game, it can save your ass though. What else did we get? We got a Titanite chunk, if I'm not mistaken. Titanite chunk from for weapon and reinforcement. I cannot read for shit. Not found outside of Lauron. Huh. Not found outside of Lauron. So Titanite is specifically set in Lauron. Okay, that's an important point that I'm keeping in mind right now. With the discovery of chunks in Lauron, the race to locate the legendary slabs has begun. But could they be a mere myth? Basically, a chunk is an upgraded version of a large shard, which is an upgraded version of a small shard. And the slab is basically the whole goddamn thing. Because there was actually a difference in height between me and the foe, I couldn't repost him right over there. So that is why I couldn't repost him. Or riposte. I'm not sure how to pronounce that word. It is a French word. I'm pronouncing it like an English. Let's say cliché is also a word in English, right? Cliché. And there we go. Large Titanite shards and twinkling Titanite shards. More items to check around the description of. Titanite shards from weapon reinforcement. Larger Titanite material. Titanite shards are fragments of the legendary slabs. Titanite is etched into weapons to reinforce. Twinkling Titanite. This weapon reinforcing Titanite is imbued with a particularly powerful energy. It reinforces a weapon that cannot be reinforced normally to +5. After this Titanite was peeled from its slab, it is said it received a special power, but its specific nature is not clear. It is very similar to a chunk from this perspective. Actually, it has the same thing, just different color. You can see even the line in between is the same. So yeah. Anyway, there was actually a sparkling or crystal or twinkling lizard that we just killed there. It's one of those small instances of secrets in this game. We're gonna go up this tower and we'll be able to actually sightsee some... Oh, that guy just decided to quit life. He didn't die. He's gonna come up the ladder for sure, but very slowly. That right there, guys, is Anor Londo. This down here is Darkwood Forest. There it is. You can see quite well down here. Down that bridge is Valley of Drakes, and through there you get into New Londo. So, as you can see, it's all very close by. Down there is the first Bell of Awakening. That tower over there, Sans Fortress, later on. And I'm not sure, I don't think another castle can be seen from here. I think just through that cliff over there. You can see by the darkness shaped, there is actually a cliff. And behind it there is another castle, which we're gonna discuss it later on. But enough of this nonsense. Oh, this guy decided to come up at the wrong time. See you later. And we're gonna fight off our first boss battle here. I can press circle, by the way. Forgot that. We're going to equip ourselves with gold pine resin. It is not very useful for slow weapons. Not at all, actually. We're gonna coat our weapon with it, and we're gonna trigger the boss to come out and play with us. Here he comes. Now, since we cleared out that tower, we can actually go up there and plunge attack him. Just like we did with the Asylum Demon. The Tower's Demon is basically half bull, half demon. There isn't much else that needs to be said about him. Other than he's a demon, so he must be coming from somewhere hellish, right? Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to go through you. Huh! Oh, shit. I missed. Oh my god, give me some... cut me some slack here, mister. I'm trying to S this up. There we go. Essentially, the best tactic for him is to reverse every time he attacks. He's gonna stumble, and that is the time when you attack him. Wait for it. Oh, that time he hit me, actually. Let's try again. Come on. Oh, I did the wrong move there, but it's okay. Oh, it might not be okay now. My gold pine resin. Gone with the wind! I'm not doing a lot of damage to him right now. But we're gonna deal with it. Slowly and dramatically we're gonna deal with it. 53 damage at a time, we're gonna deal with it. Oh god, I'm dead! I'm not dead. That is the blue tearstone ring just saving my butt. I would go ham on him if I didn't know better. I guess I could do this now. Oh god. Oh god, the lag! Don't lag on me, bro. You're dead! Ooh. This was way too overly dramatic than I thought it would be. I got too slow explaining his movement, and therefore my gold pine resin actually went away. And I was out of Estus Flask, so I was like, oh shit. But I live to tell the tale, guys, thanks to the blue tearstone rings. Essentially, when you see him do a jumping attack, don't roll back, roll forward. I did it the wrong move twice because I'm a ding-dong. Roll forward. He's gonna miss you. We're gonna talk to Mr. Solaire now. Hello.
Hello. You don't look hollow, far from it.
I'm not.
I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
So he's basically the first one that acknowledges us as actually a non-hollow. Isn't that nice?
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition if you have a moment.
Of course.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Sure thing, bro.
This pleases you greatly. Well then, take this.
White Science Opto.
We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
Oh, you silly man. Hey! Someone just kindled a bonfire. Check it up for the buddies. Woo! Alright. Now, can we see his face? Oh, too far away. Almost. Almost. Come on. He's bald, like most NPCs with a helm on. Well, we can see his beautiful blue eyes, that's for sure. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's as much as we can get, guys. Sorry. We can, however, see his shirt. Da, 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 da. Come on, give me the shirt look. Oh, there we go. That son. Dead sun. Actually, I believe from this perspective is best seen. Look at that face. Come on, message. Disappear! The message screws me up. Anyway, let's not dingle here too long. Now, bridge is on fire. Who did we see pass by before, and what did the merchant say up above? A humongous drake. Why is this bridge charred? I should possibly look back. Oh, hello. It's a drake. They give you all the clues you really need. If needed be, there is actually guidance. Now, essentially, he will not trigger, the drake will not appear until you step down from this little step thingy. Essentially, the moment you step on the bridge, he appears from behind and will start burning things. Many things don't know, this guy does not care for you. He does not care for you at all. People always sprint in panic. I never got why. He doesn't give a shit, guys. Seriously. But there is a catch there. Go through the halfway point of this bridge and he is going to give shits. So if we go through here, he's gonna be mad. Simply put. If we wait here for a bit, wait for it. Wait longer. Another moment. Be patient. He hops off. At this point, you're too small for him. He doesn't give a shit. Again. He doesn't catch you. You can reach this place very safely, very easily. So what you gonna do now, huh? Are you gonna burn me? Huh! Lauron, don't give care. Drake, go away. He's gonna land up back here, and after a bit, he's gonna fly off to the sun. Bye, Drake. You're gonna be missed. Okay, so here is where the interesting lore begins. This is the Altar of Sunlight. This is where you join the Sunlight Covenant. The Covenant led by the possible firstborn of Gwyn, the inheriting son of sunlight. Son of Soon. Got it? Now, people argue that this might be a statue of him. It could be. If that's the case, then there you go. Here is his face. He is wielding a Dragon Slayer spear. He's wielding his father's clothing. It is pretty clear that it could be him, right? He has an affinity with weapons. Now the question is, who the heck is this lady and what is she holding? She's holding a baby holding a sword. Who is that lady? Who is that baby? Many people argue the fact that that baby is actually the firstborn, his son's firstborn, and that lady is his mother. I do not, in fact, think that. I think many people are wrong when it comes to that, and I will explain it in the next episode. For now, we're gonna open this gate. We're gonna murder this gentleman. Should probably focus on the archers first, or rather the crossbowmen, because they can be a global pain in the dick. Come on. Expose your back to me! I'm sure you're gonna get him from behind! Oh, so bad. They're really easy to handle. If you cannot parry, do a jumping attack. It's not really hard. Now, if I actually went across the half side of the bridge, the Drake would return. But meanwhile, we got the weapon I seek to use. Guys, meet the Claymore. It has a C scaling in both dexterity and strength, so it is a perfectly fine quality weapon. However, as you can see, the scaling in strength is still lower than the one of the battle axe. So you see, the battle axe is in theory more of a strength weapon overall. Bad quality strength weapon, I guess. Claymore is actually a really powerful weapon for one simple reason. the reach of this thing. It has a huge reach. It's a big weapon that you can one-hand really easily with low stats. It's rather heavy, so I'm medium rolling right now, so I'll put my silly hood off. And I should be fast rolling, and no, I'm not. That is sad, but not the end of the world. What we can do is always go here, level up our endurance a bit, maybe a bit of our vitality. Attunement can come later, actually, and some... let me see. Is the scaling for strength and dexterity the same? Actually, no, it is a bit more towards dexterity than strength, as you can see. Because 2 levels in dexterity will give me 4 points of damage, whereas 2 points in strength will give me only 3. Possibly because my strength is higher, that might be the reason. We're gonna level up that then, and that's gonna be it. And I think I'm pretty positive. Yeah, I can roll fast now. Can I put something on, like gloves? No. Alright. I tried, guys. I tried. So we can see all the movements of this weapon before we stop. This is the two-handed R1. Then we have the one-handed R1. Very similar to a longsword, just slower. With better reach and better damage, though. Two-handed strong attack. Swoosh and swoosh. Very slow, very powerful. Has a very good dead angle. Look at that. Whoop. Whoop. Swings all the way back. So if there's an enemy behind you, you're gonna get it hit. With diminished returns, however. What else is there? Two-handed R2 is this one, as we said. With an overhead swing, I believe, after that. Yeah. And then there is the backstep attack, which is a roll. The two-handed backstep attack is similar, only possibly more powerful because of the 50% bonus to strength when dual wielding. Or rather, not dual wielding, but two-handing a weapon. There is the roll attack, which should be... Oh! I killed that guy by mistake. Which should be a pierce. It's a thrust attack. Very strong in two hands. Two-handed roll is a upside down attack, and there should be only the sprint attack left. One-handed, it's a roll, and two-handed should be the same, I believe. Oh, that wasn't a sprint attack. Should start sprinting first. Yeah, it's a roll. There we go. This is the moveset of this sword. Many of these movements people don't even realize are there, like the backstep attack. Many people don't know there is a backstep attack in Dark Souls 1. There is, just like it was in Demon's Souls. Anyway, I'm gonna pause this right now. Thanks everyone for watching, and next time we're going to go into the parish. We're gonna discover many, many lore points. Many. Until then, be well. Bye!